Hola, mi gente. This is
Ready or Not Latinas Podcast.
And these are your hosts, Yessie,
Jessica,
and Joanna. Just a reminder, we release new topics every Wednesday and officially making it Latina Wednesdays.
So stay tuned and get ready for this chisme.
And we're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Jessie's podcast. Tune in every Wednesday on Spotify. And there's more, but I'm not going to go through the list. Or should we? We should. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts.
Y los que nos faltan.
For real, that's so true. So, how was your day, ma'am?
My day was okay. It was definitely a corre que te llego because I was up and down all fucking day. Plus, I went to work, which was unexpected because it was my day off. But other than that, it's fine.
And you worked the whole weekend.
I noticed?
Huh?
Yeah. When we do this like the podcast así, when we talk, there's a late response. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, but in the moment, I don't hear it.
Yeah, like I feel like sometimes when you say something, it takes me like a little bit to like get it. Or I don't know if it's just me. I got that a little bit like in the last episode more than any other episode.
I mean, it is because we're doing it online. You know, there's always some type of hiccup going with it.
But hopefully we get to see each other. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, even though I just saw you last weekend.
I know, but it was very briefly. It's not like we were not like talking. Like, you know, it was a lot going on. But yeah, I can't wait for Friday too. Because, girl, I need some friend time. Some sister friend.
Some sister friend. Sister friend. Yeah, and like, but yeah, it's been okay. It's been an okay weekend. So we went to the party. I had a blast.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, I already washed your sandals, so when I see you Friday, they're ready for you.
Oh, girl, I forgot about the sandals.
Thank you for letting me borrow them. Like, girl, I was good through the whole thing, and I was iffy if wearing them because I had work all day, and like I was on my feet all day, so I was like, fuck, like, but because I was wearing jeans, I was like, I can't show up with my little chingy regular chancla. So I had found those when I went to the store, and I was like, I'm just gonna like be bougie with my shoes and wear makeup. That way people won't notice the outfit. Cause I wasn't, girl, that shirt that I had bought, I didn't like it. But one, it was working with my arms, which I never find pretty shirts that go with like for women that cover your arms.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Like, that's a plus. Bitch, it was on clearance. So of course I was like, second plus. I was like, okay, esta es. This time de aquí no salgo. So yeah, girl. And so then, girl, my feet were hurting once I start because it was outside, so my shoe would sink in.
Yeah.
My tacón. Girl, when you were like, come on, let's go take pictures, bitch. The second that I like literally 5 minutes that I was standing on them, I'm like I was dying. I was literally about to take them off.
Y luego es que no estás impuesta tampoco.
Tampoco. Yeah. Y eso que el tacón no estaba ni alto, but I don't know.
Pero es que no importa qué tan alto estés. Si no estás, ¿cómo se llama? Si no estás acostumbrada, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah, girl, it was horrible.
I liked your shirt. It was very nice. You're always so picky with yourself. With yourself.
Yes, I hate it. I had so much fun. Plus, I made a new sister.
You did?
I did.
One sister.
Yeah. Your sister.
Oh, my sister. You made a new sister with my sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
At
But
the end of the night, she was calling me sister because we were, you know, how we was joking all around, and then yeah, we're like, no, but now we're sisters.
yeah. But we're number one.
Okay,
Okay.
I will. You're my number one Sanchez sister.
Definitely. It better be.
Girl, we ate everything from your refreshment table.
Y también sobró bastante snacks and stuff.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, my kids were up there all the time. I was like, guys, you guys are embarrassing. Ya siéntense a la verga. And your sister was like, no, let them take it. Let them take it. I was like, girl.
Es que era bastante, güey. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Una
it was fun.
distraída. Yeah. But
The
let's get.
music was busting too.
You think so?
Yeah, they were playing all the bangers.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Para decirte que ni me acuerdo what was playing. That's how out of it and like crazy.
Sí,
Like,
yeah, es porque cuando es algo like that you're in charge of, andas para acá y para allá. Para acá y para allá.
that's true.
Try not to leave one person unattended, you know.
Yeah.
It's so
And
hard.
girl, it's the hardest thing ever because first of all, me, I don't like talking a lot. I don't like making conversation like that. And like,
Yeah.
and knowing that I had to like make conversation with everybody that I know I invited, I know, but it was just hard. Like
Yeah.
to spread
Especially
myself.
because you're like having to like deal with a lot.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like one of those things where you wanted to have it in a way, but at the last minute you're like, oh, what did I get myself into? But I made it. I made it through, you know. And I hope
And it was beautiful. You made me cry. It was just so meaningful.
oh, really? I thought I was just being ridiculous. No, I'm just fine. I'm just
No,
fine.
it was beautiful.
Well, I'm very happy that you were there and you were part of it. You know, because it was it was a big thing for us. So I'm glad you were there to enjoy it. It was a lot. I think it hasn't hit me yet that she's 15. I feel like she's still little.
Yeah, because I mean, you live with her, you know, you see her every day. So, you know, kids don't just change, así como que it just happens while you're not even looking sometimes. Like, you're like, what the fuck? How did we get here?
Yeah, I mean, I did had a moment this weekend when she was trying on clothes, and it hit me. I'm like, this is not the same little girl that I used to dress. It's not.
I know.
She's a whole person.
I know, girl. I know. I see my kids all the time. And with my son, that's the same age. I feel like sometimes us as his parents, because I think my partner is the same, we look at him like he's older. Like we kind of feel like he's older.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you sit down, I'm like, you're only 14. What the hell? Like, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think because they're first of all like they're tall, and then they're so
Yeah.
mature at the same time.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, they're still kids. They're little. They're still learning. So
They're
they
still
still need
little
our guidance. Yeah. But
Yeah.
what can we do? It's life. We gotta get going with it.
Yep. We're getting older.
Mm-hmm. And so, as we get older, we tend to pass on our own beliefs to our kids, right?
Yes.
And it's so
Yes.
crazy, especially us women. I think there's a lot to it because
Yeah.
we have a lot of like superstition and all of that. But the one that I never thought about it so much because I just thought it was normal, I guess, in a way. I don't know if I just thought that everybody, I don't know. Sabes cuando estás chiquito no te das cuenta, ¿verdad? Que not everybody is like your family. Because in a way you thinking everybody's like yours and like there's nothing, you know, out of the ordinary. But when you start like, as you grow and you start making other type of friends, te das cuenta that we have some crazy beliefs that leave other people questioning like why. Like they don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when it comes to women, and their menstruation. ¿Cómo hay tanta creencia like around it? Even after you
Yeah.
give birth. After
Oh
you give
yeah,
birth, that
definitely.
man for us women. And I don't know, like, have you like, do you believe in it? Like, do you believe in all the superstition, or what do you think about it?
I want to say no. I kind of don't. To me, they're crazy, and it's just not like. Obviously, my mom used to tell me all the time, and obviously, I listened. Like because, but it's not like I go around telling my daughter,
You don't?
"Oh, you can't do." No, because first of all, I kind of forgot most of them. And then it, there's like a couple that I do. I'll be like, oh, like because I feel like there is some true because either I did it and I was like, okay, that didn't feel good, so let me not do that, you know.
Yeah.
But other things, I feel like it was more like mm, research. You look into it, and I don't know why I believe Google more than my mom sometimes,
You're
especially
crazy.
when it comes to those things. Um, so it's really hard. I feel like I'm 50-50 because sometimes, and I've said this before on the podcast where, like, not just about my period, but I feel like I don't believe in, like, cuando te barren con un huevo.
You don't believe in
But
it?
for some reason, I kind of don't.
But you do
But
because you
then,
do it to your kid.
yeah, but because my partner he's the one that believes into it. And he's like, do it. And if I don't do it, he's like, like, how do I say, like,
So persistent
just
until you do.
yeah, like chingando la madre. And I'm like, okay, just to get him off my back, I'm just gonna do it. And it works. That's the thing.
So
And
how
I
come
don't
you
know
don't
what,
believe it even after
I
you
don't know.
notice?
And I was like, no, that's just como se dice when placebo effect. I was like, that's just a placebo effect, like
But if you
I don't
notice
know.
that it's the same reaction to it all the time, then why don't you? How can it be a placebo effect?
I
It
have no
can,
idea.
because
Because we know that because we know that it might work.
I don't know.
I
Like, I feel like you just don't want to believe it because there's not like enough. Because I know you would have definitely said, "Oh, it is true," if you knew that people had done research and there was proof of
maybe
that. You would have been like,
maybe
"Yes." But
yeah.
you are your own witness to it, that you know that it does make a difference and you still don't believe it. Because let me tell you, one thing
Uh-huh.
about being in my period that I always abide by, especially
Uh-huh.
now, was like when I
Uh-huh.
was younger, when I was in my period, my mom would never let me eat watermelon. And my grandma
Oh
también igual, no sandía.
uh-huh.
And I was like, when I got older and I had moved out and all that, I was
Oh yeah.
like, I'm gonna eat watermelon. Like, who's gonna stop me? And I was
Yeah.
on my period y comí watermelon. And when I talk about like, no comí poquito, so comí like, quite a lot. Talk
Mm-hmm.
about that, I felt like I was dying. Like, literally dying. Like, I had the worst stomach ache. I got so nauseous that I thought I was gonna pass out. Girl, it was the worst thing ever. It was so painful. Ever since
Gee.
then, I'm like, no fucking watermelon for me. And then I tell the same
Yeah.
thing to my daughter. I'm like, no watermelon, ma'am. You can't eat watermelon because it
Yeah.
gives you a lot of cramps. And like,
Yeah.
but you see, they would never tell me why. They would just tell me,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
comas sandía porque te va a hacer mal. And like the
Us.
only thing that they when I would question it, they'd be like, te puedes morir. And I'm like, okay, I guess not. I don't want to die. You know, there was not
Yeah.
much to it, but maybe it's because it causes cramps. You know.
Here in my house is caffeine. We cannot drink caffeine on your period. Like that's just like a no-no. And so then my daughter at first, I feel like again, I told her, but she didn't believe me until it was trial and error. She was like, okay, she tried it and then she was dying. And it could be like oh, let me have a sip.
Y con
but
eso
no, like
tienes.
con eso tiene, like she's dying. So like she knows like no caffeine at all.
Mm.
For sure, sure, because se está muriendo.
Yeah, dude, it is crazy. And then I también me acuerdo, like, well, I remember this because I had a lot of questions because after women get birth, especialmente en México, te tienes que cuidar. Que te tienes
Sí,
que poner
güey.
la faja después de que after you have your kid, te pones la faja, te tapa los
Buenísimo.
oídos, te tienes que poner algodón en los oídos para que no te
You see,
entre
I never
aire.
did that.
Stop playing. You did not?
The ear thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm,
Girl, my
mm-mm.
mama made me do all of that. And you have to do all of this por los primeros 40 días during la cuarentena.
Yeah.
So, and then no descalza. Definitivamente, you know, socks, sandals, but not
Yeah.
barefooted. And talk about that. I don't know what it was. Like, so I asked my grandma because one of my kids, I had him during the summer. So it was hot. And I was complaining to my grandma because,
Yeah.
and then to top it all off, you have to have a certain diet. Were you in a certain diet? Okay, yes.
No.
No? Big. Oh my God, I can't with you, girl. Well, my mom, after I give birth, she's the one that takes care of me. So when my kid that was born during the summer, you know, my mom me tenía en pinche caldo. So it was hot as
Oh,
hell. Me con atoles and all of this and covered up and, you know, the whole shebang. So I was talking to my
yeah.
grandma and I was complaining. I was like, yes, grandma, like I'm sweating and I'm over here, like whatever. And then, can you believe what my grandma told me? She was like, ay, mija, eso no es nada. And I was like, what you mean? Talk about that she was telling me que allá en Mexico, cuando you get birth, the first cuarentena, you're not supposed to take showers. I was like, oh, hell the fuck no. No.
You're not supposed to?
No, no te tienes que bañar. I was like, how? Like, you're sweating. Like, and she's like, no, nomás te pasas una garrita, you know, like, tus vaquitos and all of that. I'm like, girl, I cannot. I can't. I was dying con toda
Yeah.
esta cubridera que traía, and I was like, I am not about to top it all off with not showering. I cannot. Yeah, but it's como like it's crazy, but it kind of makes sense because, you know, después de que we get birth, you kind of get swollen. You're
Yeah.
swollen. So, what is one way? Por eso te tienen en tés en caldos para que te ayude a desinflamarte, which makes sense because it helps you, you know, get, you know, para que te desinflames.
No, güey, pues ya supe por qué nunca me desinflamé.
Stupid.
Ya oyeron, ¿eh? Estoy inflamada, no estoy gorda.
No, no está gorda, está inflamada la doña. Nunca se
Inflamada
cuidó.
de 4 pregnancies.
But I'm telling you, and I'm like, there's so much to it. Like, it's crazy. And it's crazy because to top it all off, like, después de que surgimos in all of this, we have to abide by all this crazy shenanigans. Like, you know, but it makes sense. So to me, it made sense.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. It definitely does because you know, we kind of go through something so the whole pregnancy and see it's a lot. You literally grow another human in your body.
right.
Not just that, but you literally make another organ to carry that little human in there, and you're pumping double, triple blood than you usually do. And to top it all off, you still have to do everything that everyone does, which is work, housework, you know. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't think it's a very small thing.
No.
I mean, imagine like you can literally die from giving birth.
Yeah, estás entre la vida y la muerte. You do know that when we're pregnant, we're like on the verge of dying.
Dying, I'm sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it sucks, like literally. And besides all of that, you're kind of fighting with your mental health too, because you're going through a drastic change, like emotionally, physically, your body's changing, your routines are changing. It's a lot, dude. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know how I'll survive.
Yeah, girl.
But
Imagine.
it motivates me because I know that I've been through the hardest parts and I'm still here. I'm here. My kids are grown, and I'm still dealing with it. But like
Girl, I'm like, not really. The hardest part is when they're like
older.
teenagers and assholes.
I think as moms, it's always gonna be hard, I guess, because nunca vas a parar de preocuparte. Like they can be old, because my mom tells me the same thing. She's always saying like, oh, like even though you guys are old, me preocupo. Like I probably, it's different because you're not gonna be right behind them, like taking care of them, watching them, but you're still worried, you know. But yeah, and I'm like all these beliefs, and you know what, in like India, it's similar. Like they have similar beliefs like we do, because when you're in your period, and if you're Indian, like Indian from India, they don't. If you're in your period, they don't let you do chores. They don't let you touch anything. Like it's like nothing. Oh, and you're not able to be in the same room with your husband.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I heard. I think either in a podcast or a TikTok, I heard that you can't even sit down on people's furniture.
Oh yeah,
When you
yeah. I think Karina had mentioned that her
permission
friend,
it. Oh,
that her
oh,
friend,
okay.
something about her friend
Oh,
or
she
something like
said
that.
it?
Yeah, she was the
I
one. But yeah, so like I don't think, huh?
I was gonna say it was so weird how I processed it, how I processed that. I don't know where the fuck I heard it, but it was stored in there in my brain. I forgot it was my sister. I was like, I saw it on a TikTok. What
Or
the fuck?
something on a podcast. Yes, girl, our podcast. Your podcast. Your podcast. Oh my god, I cannot with you. But yeah, so
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, it is. But at the same time, it's beautiful because it's part of our culture, and like all the
I
women
did
went
not
through it.
see that it's beautiful. I hated periods.
Oh
I hated
yes.
every moment of it. I hated the bleeding. I hated the pads. I hated the superstitions.
What do you
I
mean you
hated
hate it? You're not getting periods?
no, bitch. I have not gotten periods
Since
since
when? Is you pregnant?
maybe no, bitch. I got birth control,
Oh, okay, okay. Talking
which
about
is
birth
worse.
control. Do you know like how the hell people from back in the day like handle not having kids? But then again, they had a bunch of kids, so let me take it back. Like there was,
Bitch, they would have 8, 9, 10 kids, 12 kids,
if you had
and
six, era
they
muy
would,
poquito.
bitch, and they would lose their kids and just keep having more.
That
I'm
is
like, who?
crazy.
What? I don't know how the fuck y'all do that.
Mm-hmm. It's
There's
insane.
some strong women out there, bro.
And they didn't had any epidurals up in there or anything. It was like plain Jane.
Oh. But by the fucking fifth kid, you're probably numb to that shit. You were like popping kids like nothing.
They were slipping out, girl. They were slipping out. Like you would walk in, oh, there goes a baby. Oh my god.
It's like, oh, I
Damn.
gave birth, didn't even notice.
Bitch, imagine after the 50, because a lot of people have 15 kids. Imagine at that. Like, oh, girl, I cannot.
I don't know, bro.
We need a,
Imagínate si I had four and I cada rato me ando miando. Imagínate las mujeres que tienen tanto hijo.
que se te puede caer la matriz. Oh, and
La
that's
madre.
why. Por eso te fajas, güey. Por eso uno se faja. Porque something about the matriz, which makes sense because now they always talk about, now, like, I kind of heard it when I at my previous job, like, like, your uterus falls or something. Ay, ¿qué era? Something about it.
Bitch, I
And
heard it does fall.
and so me, como siempre, I'm always questioning why. I was like, so why does that happen? Talk about it. The physician assistant, she was like, well, it happens if you had more than 3 kids, or like ¿cómo dijo? Something about the uterus falling or something like that. But it happens after like giving birth. Yeah. And you have to have pelvic therapy for that shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So, girl, I got traumatized. I was like, girl, what you mean?
start doing some pelvic exercises. But I have 4 kids, and like
And you pee
don't you
sometimes on
think?
yourself.
Yeah, girl, I need to do some Kegels.
No, it has nothing to do with Kegels. It has to be with your uterus. It has nothing to do with you. Like it literally
Yeah, because if that bitch is tight, that shit will fall out.
You pendeja. Oh my god, I cannot with you. No, but anyways, well, keep doing your Kegels, girl. But you gotta raise your fucking pelvic. I can teach you. I've seen some girl because I got traumatized. I'm like, you're not gonna about to catch me sideways when I'm old. I'm like, I'll be doing them
I
shit.
know, but then sometimes I'm like, well, if that bitch falls out, then I won't have pregnancy scares.
No way. It literally, if it falls, like you can literally see the bulge like hanging. If you let it fall, like it, that's how bad it can get. Like your uterus falls down and it looks like you got balls. Like it's like a big bulge in the bottom. And that I witnessed it with my own eyes with this old lady that went to the office, and I was like, she got up and pobrecita, I felt like, oh my god, I feel so bad. Anyway, so she got up,
Ajá.
estaba sangrando, way. And then I was like, what is that? Because I got freaked out. There was nobody there but me. And when I saw that, I wanted to die. I was like, I ran out there. I was like, are you okay? I'm like, are you okay? Do you need help? Do you need? And then she's like, yes, yes. Like this always happens. And then, I went
It
to
always happens. Jesus Christ.
her. Yes, now that she was older. Yeah. So, girl,
She.
don't let your fucking uterus fall apart, girl. You gotta work with
I
it.
wonder, does it fall out with everything like the ovaries and the tubes,
That I'm not
or
sure.
just
No, eso
or
no
we're
lo
talking
sé.
about, obviously it falls out, pero no se te cae, right?
No,
Like
no se te
it
cae, no se
just
te va a
leaks
caer.
out.
Girl, it's not like you're gonna be walking and that shit's gonna fall out. It's not. No, más que como que it's gonna get out of place. So you're gonna have like a
Oh,
bulge.
okay.
It's just gonna be out of place. But that shit's not gonna like literally fall down, fall down. No way, imagínate. That's gonna be insane. No way. So yeah, you gotta take care of your
I'll just
protege.
yank that bitch out.
Idiota babosa. No, but like that's why te tienes que cuidar después de que tienes. That's why, and then that's why because the physician assistant, we started talking about it, and she's like, "Sí, que si no te cuidas, and then we started talking about our culture, like how we have so much beliefs, and then she's like, "Sí, por eso te tienes que
Yeah.
cuidar, fajar, no caminar tanto, and all it is, and whatever, and whatever." And I was like, "Oh, okay, so that's why." Yeah, because I remember like, oh
Oh,
no, like
and I've
during the
been
first
lucky.
cuarentena no puedes caminar mucho, no puedes levantar nada pesado. So, it's because you need to let your body heal on the inside. And you didn't do nothing.
Oh
You
shit.
did zero.
I zero probably. Yep.
Okay,
No me
mucho.
fajaba. I'm lucky I'm still alive.
You're alive by
It's
the
because I
grace of
feel
God.
weird. Feel I don't like to feel like people are doing things for me. You know what I mean? I think it's
Girl,
a trauma that I have.
I think I don't know what world you're in, but that's the time where you need most of help because you're that's toda desvelada, you're out of whack, you're all whacked up and no sleep. Girl, that's when I most need help. Like I don't care. I'm like, y'all gonna cater me because I just popped out a human being, almost 8-pound baby.
Well, after I had, girl, you got some big babies.
Actually, my son, he was like 1 ounce away from 8.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, ma'am. My daughter, she
Yeah,
was tiny whiny.
7 pounds. Oh,
Nomás era él. And they were long babies too. They were like
cuando,
21 or something.
oh, jeez. Cuando I had my last one, my mom did come over y me daba atole and because she says that it was good for my milk to come in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because now I was an old bitch. I had my son older. So it wasn't as easy. I'm
Man,
not kidding. It wasn't as to like my milk didn't come in like my other kids.
did it frustrate you that
You know
you
what I
wanted to
mean?
cry?
Yes.
I bet. Well,
I was so sad.
and look at
But
you still
the
breastfeeding.
oh, yeah, like my mom said that that would help, but it wouldn't. Like obviously I still breastfeed, but I'm not producing milk, you know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to explain it because with my other when I well obviously it's a big ass difference. When I had my daughter, she would latch on one and on the other one, girl, I was trenching. Like my mom had to put a bottle under that one.
That's a
The
lot of
fallout
milk.
was like crazy. And obviously as my kids kept going, like I felt like it wasn't as much,
Like the
but
first time.
I could still like
Produce.
let's say if I would pump, I could pump a lot. But girl, I started pumping, girl, I would pump like less than an ounce. Yeah, and
Damn.
him, I didn't need to wear, you know where you put those pads para
Pads.
que no te moje?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm, never, ever, ever.
Damn, babe. Well, yo igual. Me daban like all them hot teas and atole and everything. And I was
Yeah,
never able to breastfeed. And I think that's one of the things that I feel bad because I wasn't ever like, I wanted a breast. Actually, let me take it back. Now that my kids are grown, I was like, damn, why didn't I try harder to
yeah.
to breastfeed
It's a
them?
different bond, I can say,
Can I
because
ask
let me tell you
something?
something. Yeah, go ahead, girl.
Are your boobs like, did you notice a difference after like breastfeeding? Are they like saggy, saggy? I want to compare your boobs. Are they the same type of sagginess?
Okay. Yes, they are definitely soggy. Like I feel like there's nothing there. Like I only have boob, or maybe those are the phantom boobs. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Because bitch, let me tell you, when they're empty, they're disgusting. I'm like, who told me to have boobs? Like I feel like if I would get a boob job,
Huh.
like not a boob job, but like
A breast
just
lift?
I would be flat chested. I
Stop
have
playing.
no boob. I swear to you. I feel like I'm flat chested.
But how are you gonna be flat chested when you actually have bulge? That's not being flat chested. Look, those are boobs, ma'am.
Those are they're just skin, bitch.
You're stupid. That's the excess skin. ¿Cómo le dicen?
Yeah, yeah, excess skin. But yeah, like I don't know. My boobs are not. They're not. I think it's been a while that my boobs are not like sexual things. They're
Really?
just there because they're there.
You
They're
never
like
look at your
legs.
boobs and be like, they look nice today. No?
Like yeah, they're like legs. Like obviously you don't. You know how a lot of people too. They see boobs as sexy or like
Yeah.
they use them in their sexuals intercourses.
Mm-hmm.
Not mine. Like for a long time. I don't
I
know.
have another question. When you were, in your moment with your man, did you ever leak?
No, I don't. I don't. I think I would have to like squirt it in his face, but no, I don't leak.
Did you have to
Can
put
you
like
imagine?
towels or at the bottom or something or around your bed so just in
No.
case?
I'm telling you, no.
But does that happen? Like, I want to know if like is that like a
I'm
needed
pretty
thing?
sure, like at a certain time, you have to stop. Like you can't be having sex without a bra or something.
Oh, duh, right. Why am I thinking like, es que but that's so uncomfortable to sleep with a bra. Do you
Girl, I
sleep
do
with a
not
bra?
sleep with a bra. Hell no.
Me neither. So like,
After you told me,
yeah.
no. When we were remember when we were teenagers,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it was without it, and then I told you why, and you told me, and then
Yeah.
I was like, okay, me neither.
So yeah, so entonces cuando estás embarazada, you have to, well, not embarazada, but when you're breastfeeding, so you have to wear a bra, so you won't like get everything wet.
I didn't. But I'm telling you, it's because, well, let me tell you. Okay, so when I was pregnant with my sons, my first sons, I remember waking up, my shirt was drenched. One, and I wasn't even, I had not given birth. Like, I'm telling you, I was pregnant with them.
Mm,
So when I gave birth, yeah, like had technically had to sleep with a bra if I wanted to wear a pad.
wow.
And I would wake up all mojada.
Damn. I'm telling you. We go through the worst.
Yeah, girl.
Stressfulness, I tell you. So we come to an end on this beautiful
It was a
topic.
fun it was a fun topic. I feel like we went from periods to pregnancy to saggy titties. That's all. That's always a good topic.
Chilokis. It was fun. It was fun to get to
We're all
know.
intimate friends.
That's how we roll. So it is what it is. We gotta deal with it.
Yeah. So now the whole world knows about my saggy titties. Way.
But I got them too. They're saggy. I feel like they're saggy. That's why I want to compare them. We gotta
You
compare
wanna what?
compare them.
Oh, we gotta.
Like I want to know how you feel, cause you said there's nothing in there. So I'm like, what you talking about? Let me feel them. I want to see if they feel the same way that I feel mine with. Look at me. I'm even touching mine. Let me stop. Oh, okay.
All right. Next time we see him, we'll compare.
All right, girl. You said it, girl.
All right, girl. But yeah, so we come to an end. It's so sad because I feel like if it wasn't because, one, long podcasts are not well heard, and two, it's a lot to edit. Si no, yo creo que tuviéramos 2 3 hour podcast episodes.
No, 2 or 3 hours. I think a longer way, cause we take 2 to 3 hours just talking outside recording.
For sure.
We take a long time. So our podcast, I think they could be like live. If we can do live podcasts throughout the day, like us talking to each other throughout the day and recording, girl, that would be the best thing ever.
Right? I can't wait. We need to do that. We need to go live, not record it, but like just go live.
Yeah.
But I feel like for us, because we're so new, nobody connects as much, you know?
Yeah, like we would want to. We'll get there,
I
girl.
know. Quisiera, come on, guys. Let's put the tea. Let's conversate. Let's have a. Oh my God, we should have like a girl, a Latina.
Me asustaste,
I don't
güey.
know.
I was in the middle of yawning. I'm like, güey, con el hocico bien abiertote, donde you scared the fuck out of me. Oh, man.
But yeah, like
¿No me vistes? ¿No viste la
yeah.
cara que puse? I'm like, you scare me. Oh, that's something that happened. You're like, oh my God. I'm like, and I couldn't
I
stop
know,
it.
que me quedé como que, did she freeze for 2 seconds?
It's because I couldn't stop yawning, and then I got, you scared me. I couldn't stop. I'm like, ay, Dios mío, gracias a Dios that we're not putting these recordings up. It's just our voices. God damn. Las pendejadas que hiciera aquí.
But yeah, but we should have like a specific day where we're gonna go live and have like a conversation.
Like we're
Like a
talking on the
thing.
phone, like talking all types of shit. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, kind of like that.
We're gonna be putting our
Do you want
business
to
out there.
announce our giveaway on the podcast? Cause it's gonna be like a holiday giveaway. So we're gonna have like yo digo que un mes de hoy.
A month in December? Next month?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's a holiday. Because if you didn't know, Yesenia doesn't do Thanksgiving.
It's okay, I don't want to make it a big deal. I mean, I can make it like for us to like a gathering of eating, but not to give thanks.
Not to give things that day. We can have a Thanksgiving any other day.
We can give thanks every day, girl. We give thanks that you're alive every day. It don't
Yeah.
have to be like Thanksgiving. To me, I don't know.
No, but
I
it's
just
like
can't.
a holiday. It's a mix of November, December, January kind of thing, you know? Like a holiday giveaway,
Okay.
you know?
Okay. In order to win, you have to make a short shout out to us
Okay. So you mean
and
like
then tag
a
us.
shout out like okay, shout out and tag us on where?
On there's any
On
social media that they like. But we just gotta
okay,
know
on
they could do it on Instagram or TikTok. I was gonna say Facebook, but we don't have too many in Facebook. So TikTok or Instagram, make us a small shout out and tag us with your shout out. That'll be their entry, no?
yeah,
And then we'll
okay.
just
I like
do the
that.
raffle of who wins it.
Okay, I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. Do you want to let our listeners know what our giveaway is?
Sure. So we are going to give away $100 to that one listener who actually shouts us out. You could either like do a Instagram story, but you have to make sure that we notice your story, and then make sure you tag us. You can do it on TikTok or Instagram, like I said, and that will be your entry to win $100. So it's up to
Yeah.
you. It could be you recording yourself, shouting us out, or just like a story. It's up to you. I'll leave it up to you as long as you shout us out and tag us. Anyways, so,
Yes.
and don't
So
forget,
you have one
guys.
month.
Yes, you have 1 month.
1 month
1 month.
from this Wednesday to 1 month from now. Let me check exactly what day. Today's the 15th. So by December 15th is the deadline.
Okay. So you're here. You first heard it here on our episode. If you want to be the winner, shout us out,
And
tag
let's do
us.
this. And let's do this. If you do like, let's say, como si esa persona hace two posts, two shout outs, three shout outs, those are the many times that you get to enter the giveaway or just once. What do you think?
It could be, yeah. Every time you
Yeah.
shout us out, that'll count as an entry each.
Ooh, I like that.
And this is to win $100. Like because we're not that big. We're only doing 100. If we were big, we probably would have done more. But it is what it
Yes.
is. $100 giveaway. ¿Quién te va a dar $100 nomás porque sí? Nadie.
I
So
know. And it's free to enter. All you gotta do is do the little post. So tell everybody in your family it's easy $100. And with that, do you have anything to add, sister?
nope. Just don't forget to follow us on all social medias. Ready or not, Latinas.
You. So have a
And
good rest of your day.
and we're out. Bye.